Do you believe a scholar can enter a goose cage without changing cage size or the scholar's own stature? Recently, I watched a traditional Chinese animated short called Yao-Chinese folktales. Specifically, the story Goose Mountain, it gave me goosebumps. The visual style astonished me with the Asian imagination. So I looked into its source material, a tale of the strange story from the Southern dynasty called the Yangxian Scholar. I found that the very first sentence contains a revolutionary wisdom. The animation moves us with picture, but the text opening line is truly a stroke of genius. What's so magical about the statement? The scholar entered the goose cage, but the cage didn't grow larger and the scholar didn't grow smaller. I think it instantly created a whole new world logic. The thoughts on multidimensional space and the microcosmos in it match exactly what Einstein's relativity and the quantum mechanics tells us. The reality we feel in daily life isn't the only possibilities. Here's the story. A man named Xu Yan from Yangxian met a scholar in mountains, about 18 years old. The scholar complained about foot pain and asked to rest inside the Xu's goose cage. She thought it was a joke, but guess what? The scholar actually went in. Yet, the cage didn't expand and the scholar didn't shrink. He sat peacefully with two geese, which weren't frightened at all. When Xu Yan carried the cage on his back, he felt no extra weight. To thank him, the scholar producing a feast of food and wine right from his mouth. But that wasn't the end. He spit out the woman from his mouth to please him. When the scholar got drunk, the woman whispered to Xu Yan, "Actually, I have another lover." Then she also spits out a man. And incredibly, the man also had a secret. He brought out another woman from his mouth. Desires are nested within desires. When the scholar was about to wake up, everyone was swollen back in reverse order. As the scholar left, he gave Xu Yan a large bronze plate as a gift. Later, Xu Yan discovered this plate was made in Eastern Han Dynasty, 60 AD, but the story itself is set in the Eastern Jin Dynasty around the late 4th century AD. This means this play was about 300 years older than the event itself. Don't you find this story is completely different from most traditional tales? Usually, stories teach us clear lessons, but this one doesn't offer any direct moral. Instead, it presents a concept. The entire story is written in the style of an official historian, objectively recording an extraordinary event. It doesn't play up horror, draw moral lessons, or make value judgments through immense implication, leaving out the character's motivation, emotions, and the consequence, and an extremely calm tone. It gives readers maximum space for their own interpretations. This way, make the story feel intensely dreamlike and open-ended. What strikes me the most is understated opening statement, yet the cage didn't grow larger and the scholar didn't grow smaller. This casual line instantly shatters our everyday logic about space, volume, and capacity, creating a brand new rule for its world. It offers no explanation, no dramatization, just states a fact. This very attitude makes the impossible seem undeniably real. This concept of the small space contains a vast world transcends physical limit. Pointing to a liberation of the perception, it evokes not specific scientific theories, but a philosophical reflection, much like the insights revealed by the theory of the relativity and quantum mechanics. The reality we feel in daily life isn't the only possibility. Change your perspective or set of the rules, and seemingly contradictory states can coexist. Even the distinctions between the big and small, inside and outside, can blur or even vanish entirely. This is the profound philosophical mood that makes it so striking. The geese didn't panic at all, and the Shiyan just calmly said fine every time. This only made this common sense defying situation feel even more normal, and making the whole weird plot feel surprisingly natural. The subsequent plot also shouldn't be overlooked. For centuries, Chinese society emphasized strict ethical and moral order. Yet, strange tales from the Wei Jing dynasty dare to confront the boundlessness of the human desire. The story boldly depicts a chain of the concealed desires among men and women. There isn't simple moral criticism, but rather a calm presentation. The masculine and the feminine, like yin and yang, depend on but conceal things from each other, forming an inseparable, dynamic whole. Each character carries their own desires and secrets, forming a subworld that appears and vanishes in an instant. It's like watching a dream unfold. Desires breed desires, secrets hide deeper secrets. Each person seems to be in a kind of superposition state, a participant in a current relationship and secretly carrying another unobserved layer. This is quite similar to some philosophical ideas behind the observer effect in quantum mechanics. A state becomes visible only when a higher level figure reveals it, or in another word, when an observation occurs. Once observation is over, it's like the scholar in the story is about to wake up. All the nested reality fade away fast, as if they never existed. This reveals a fluid, uncertain reality depends on perspective. Of course, many more details in the story are worth exploring. In summary, the charm of the Yangxian Scholar lies in how it used the most concise but remarkable imagination to break the conventional logic of both physics and psychology. It presents a vision of the multidimensional space and the microcosmos, while also shows endless human desire. This tale doesn't preach, it simply just shows. The charm of it lies in the providing answer, but in the question it raises. Thank you so much to everyone who is still watching. This is my first English video. And also a huge thank you to my good friend. Her encouragement finally gave me the push to try this new format. To be perfectly honest, I'm not a literature major. To prepare for this video, I specifically read all the academic papers on the Yangxian Scholar on CNKI and worked hard to digest and summarize scholars' insights. I knew there are already many professional and brilliant analyses online, so why did I still make this video? My main motivation for choosing to discuss this story in English was personal. I saw it as a chance to challenge myself to think more deeply and to clearly organize the thoughts in my mind. Also, for me, this is a process to improve my English skills, but I didn't know I wrote that much. So thank you so much for your patience with my imperfect spoken English, and I truly appreciate that you are willing to take the time to listen to me share this tale. I can't wait to chat more with you in the comments.